Hey, this is Brian Kurtz with PremierRealEstateInvesting.com. Welcome back for another episode of our Funding Fundamentals video series. This is the final episode in the series, and what we're going to be talking about is my secret funding source. Okay, so I was prepping for this particular episode, going through everything that I need to communicate to you, and I realized there's really pretty much too much to go over in one video. So I'm going to have to create a separate video series to go a little bit more in depth. I'll just give you an overview of how this works here, and we'll probably make a 3 or 4 episode series in the future. So just keep coming back whenever you see emails from me. If you're on the email list at PremierRealEstateInvesting.com, and if you just look on the top right, there's a little sign up box. If you're not on the list, you probably want to be. You're going to get all the video notifications as well as all the hot properties whenever they become available. So get on the list and just keep an eye out. You'll see in the featured video section way up there when it does come out that the secret funding source. I don't know what I'll call it when I create it, but anyway, moving right along. Here's the idea. I was trying to find out and create a way to get around the whole seasoning issue where conventional financing is concerned, because it makes sense, especially if you're a cash investor and you want to be able to use your cash to buy a house and then rent it out, and once it's rented out, refinance, get your cash back out, and go take that cash and do the next one, right? You're not cashing out and pulling out more money than you originally invested and leveraging the bank's money and things like that, but you're only getting back the money that you put into the deal. So they make it still very difficult to do that. We talked about that in the conventional financing video. So my idea was, hey, if we could, can we find a way around this? And I actually did. And here's how it works. Let me give you the real quick overview. Backtrack real quick to private money. Remember Uncle Joe? You decided you were going to purchase a house, and Uncle Joe was going to lend you the money not only for the purchase, but also for the rehab costs and the closing costs, and he would take back a mortgage for that. Now, you get the property, do a little bit of fix-ups, you put your tenant in there, and now you have a property which is considered, in the mortgage terms, a non-owner occupied property, and you want to refinance it. Now, here's the little trick, right? Uncle Joe invested his cash in you, and he took back a mortgage. Now, if you refinance only for the amount of the mortgage, the amount of money that you borrowed that matches up to the mortgage, that is considered a rate and term or a non-cash out refinance, and you can get that done, my friend, with no seasoning if you go with the right lender. That's right, you can get a non-owner occupied rate and term, no cash out refinance based on a new appraisal. Those are all the little pieces of the puzzle that have to be there in order for this to work, okay? So what would happen is Uncle Joe lends you the money, private money, right? And then you pay the money back to him and through the refinance, and you can get it done because there's no seasoning involved. All right, now take this one step further. Imagine if you set up your own company and you took the cash that you have, or as I'll show you in the full-blown video series in the future, if you draw down credit and then take that money, invest it in your little side company, and your side company loans you the money to fix up the house. And so they loan you all the money to buy it and fix it up and take care of your closing costs, and they take back a mortgage. Really, it's you doing it all, remember? Because it's just you. You're a one-person company over here, and over here you're a one-person person that's investing in real estate. But when you go to conventional funding source and you say, hey, I want to do a rate and term refinance, even though I've only had this place for 60 days, you can get it done because you're only refinancing the mortgage that's held by that separate entity. All right, so that's the little loophole right there, okay? And I will definitely go a lot more in depth to it. It's kind of tricky, like I said. You got to set it up from the beginning the right way in order to get it done. But it is possible, if you have cash or access to cash, which I'll be able to show you how to do in that video series, to take that little bit of money and leverage it to buy property after property after property after property. You won't have to sit around and wait for a year. after you buy the first one in order to get your money out, and buy the second one, then wait a year, get your money out, and buy the third one. That is the huge benefit of this secret way. All right, so that is the pros pretty much right there. That's the pros. You don't have to wait around in order to buy property after property after property. You can just start doing it now as fast as you can get them taken care of and rolling and turning and make it happen. The cons to this, the negative aspects of it is you either do have to have a fair amount of cash, at least enough cash to cover the entire project for each house until you can get your money back, or you have to have very good credit, exceptional credit, in order to gain access to somebody else's cash, which you'll use as your own cash. Okay, so that's pretty much the only downside. All right, that wraps it up. Thank you for sticking with me and watching this entire Funding Fundamentals video series. I hope it was really, really helpful for you. At this point in time, if you rewatch all of these videos, because I'm sure it was kind of a lot of information for you, you should have a good idea that, yes, real estate is awesome. It's at the best prices ever. I can cash flow properties now better than ever before. There's deals all around me, acres of diamonds, as it would say. And now you actually don't have any reason to not buy this real estate, because all you have to do is go out and find the funding. It is there right now, regardless of the mortgage meltdown or the credit crunch, waiting for you to become a millionaire real estate investor. Thanks again. Keep watching PremierRealEstateInvesting.com, as we'll bring you more and more shows in the future. Once again, thanks, and we'll see you soon.